and welcome back to Sexy Sips. I'm Caro, and I use they, them pronouns.
I'm Ella, and I use she, her pronouns.
And I'm Elizabeth, and I use she, her pronouns.
This is a podcast run by Tufts Sex Health Reps, which is a student-run group at Tufts University, and we do peer education about sexual health, which includes, but is not limited to, reproductive health, gender care, dating, sexual myth-busting, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We have a social media at Tufts SHR on Instagram, a lot of events on campus, and this podcast, Sexy Sips. So we'll just get started with our episode today. Today we're talking about freaky animal sex and all of the really weird ways that a bunch of different animals have sex and engage in reproductive activities.
Oh, yay.
We love reproductive activities here. David Attenborough.
Yeah, literally. So I, Caro, did a lot of research on 5 different animals that have particularly interesting sex lives, and or reproductive cycles, and or genitalia. And there's some really weird ones. So I'm going to be sharing the research that I did, and Ella and Elizabeth are going to be giving live reactions to all of this research.
We know nothing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I have 3 mammals, a bug, and what did it say? Yeah, I have 3 mammals, a bug, and a fish for you.
Okay,
so
perfect.
We'll get started with animal number 1, which is the female spotted hyena. Do you guys know anything about the female spotted hyena and their sex lives?
Everything that I know about hyenas comes from The Lion King. So
I was just about to
really
say that. I can only think of, the animated Lion King. Haven't watched the, live-action one,
neither.
if
That's
that actually
scary.
did come out.
Yeah, fun fact about that movie is that the live action of The Lion King, my dad didn't realize that A, it would be the same story, and B, he thought that they trained lions to be in the show.
No way.
So that's just a fun fact about the live action.
Honestly, I
Lion
kind of wish that was
That's
the case.
awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately not the case. But that actually leads me right into our first point about the female spotted hyena, which is that there's this long-standing myth that spotted hyenas, which is one of the 4 existing hyena species, there's this long-standing myth that hyenas are hermaphrodites, which means that an animal has both male and female reproductive organs at the same time. And because of this hermaphroditic myth, hyenas have a really bad reputation. They're known to be hypersexual, they're known to be scavengers, grave robbing, cowardly, and brutal.
Is that a bad
I
reputation?
love that, yeah.
But anyway, we'll get to our first source, which is BBC Wildlife magazine, which busts the myth that spotted hyenas, or female spotted hyenas, are hermaphrodites. They're not hermaphrodites. The female spotted hyenas just happen to have an extraordinarily long external clitoris that looks nearly identical to a male hyena's penis.
Does it have the
awesome.
same amount of nerve endings?
That they've not done research on that. We still haven't figured out human female nerve endings
And
and
we probably
orgasms.
won't.
So I feel like hyenas are not high.
They're
on
not
the
at the top of the
priority list.
docket, yeah.
But it's really crazy. Female hyenas have external clitorises that can extend up to 6.7 inches, and they also get erections as a form of greeting to other hyenas, which I think is really awesome.
That is really awesome.
I kind of want one.
Is this a survival thing? I'm curious if this is some sort of
Well, we'll get to the evolutionary reasons.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. I have some questions. Wait, that's so fun.
Female hyenas, or female spotted hyenas, also have a quote-unquote false scrotum, where their external labia have fused and they filled with fatty tissue, so it basically looks like they have balls and a penis. Which they don't. They're just big, long clit that gets erect sometimes.
And they're just
Big
walking
long
around
clit
with this
and-
thing
and
dragging.
fused lips.
This is actually, that's kind of really cool.
That's really awesome.
It's really cool.
I'm super into it.
According to an article from the Journal of Differentiation in 2015, the female spotted hyena vagina, also, the opening for it is not on the outside of the body like it is for humans. The vaginal opening is inside of the body. So basically, I actually have a diagram here that
Wait,
you
I
guys
need
can
to
look
see
at.
it.
You guys can describe what you're seeing here.
Okay.
Can I?
What I'm seeing right here, I'm describing while Ella's looking. What am I seeing?
I think what I'm seeing is that
What?
you need to go through the clitoris in order to access the vagina. There's the long
Wait, but then you have to have a really long penis.
clitoris, and then there's I'm just confused about the
So-
angles, the bend, the sort of
Wait, so it needs to be
hairpin bend at
flaccid
the end
to go
is
in.
getting to me.
You guys are really on the right train of thought here. So the vaginal entrance is like completely inside of the hyena, and you gotta go like through 7 inches of erect clitoris to even get to the vagina.
Wait, erect
What
clitoris.
is the average length of a spotted hyena's penis?
Oh, like long as hell.
I mean, it's gotta be to like
And
get
is there like
up
a
in
cervix?
It's not a cervix, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
In order to mate a male hyena who also has a penis, which notably is less girthy than the female clitoris.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's like an
Love that.
IUD insertion type of
Well,
thing that just
right.
like sticks up in there.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So the male hyena still has to penetrate the flaccid clitoris to enter the vagina to inseminate.
Okay.
the female hyena.
Wait, I just want to clarify. The clitoris gets hard when they're saying hello, but stays flaccid during sex.
That's correct.
That's awesome. Okay,
Okay, so it's just like a
great.
greeting card. Like, hi, I'm here. And then
It's
goes
that's
back
getting
down.
hard when we're saying hi, but if we're getting
kind of
getting
beautiful.
frisky, we're staying soft.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Blood go bye-bye.
This
Noted.
2015 scientific journal described it explicitly as similar to having sex with a sock.
Why
It's crazy.
why do they know? Do
They
you know
watched-
bestiality is
That
illegal?
makes sense.
What?
Whoa.
No, like having
Yes.
sex with socks, like I feel like that's like that description.
I'm sure that's not what it's like.
I don't think like scientists are like trying to have sex with hyenas. I think
No,
that's,
they're
like,
just
No, that's-
watching them do it really
Okay,
intently.
that's just like what my mind initially went to. Like when I hear that, I think like, oh, these scientists are like exactly thinking.
And they're
about
like, this feels like a sock.
Yeah, I don't think that scientists are having sex with hyenas, but I guess I didn't like fully read.
I'm not
the-
sure they
the
could.
biography, so.
No, I don't think they have the like materials for
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna just move on.
Why do they know what having sex with a sock feels like also?
Exactly. That was Jazz, by the way. He's listening in. Everyone say hi. Welcome him.
Yes. So that's just a couple of things about the female hyena clitoris. So we've noted that you have to stick an erect male spotted hyena penis into a flaccid, basically clitoral penis of a female spotted hyena. So basically the male penis has to be like super deep to even get to the vagina. Female hyenas also have to pee through this clitoris. And they also give birth through the clitoris,
Wait,
which has been described as pushing a watermelon through a garden hose.
Okay, that one makes more sense as a description. I will say, like that as an observation makes significantly more sense than sex with a sock.
That's kind of wild. Like that clitoris is working overtime.
Dude.
There's a lot going on.
It's a triple use.
Yeah.
It's multi-use.
Okay, so it's a clitoris and a urethra.
And a
And a
birth
birthing canal.
Yes.
It's
like
they
a
also
triple
have to
threat.
push a 2-pound cub through the clitoris.
2 pounds?
So there actually are a lot of fatalities, which is really sad.
that is
about the
really
mother
sad.
and cub.
Yeah.
So you might be wondering, how
Wow.
did this even happen? Why do female hyenas have no external vaginal opening, and why do they give birth through a penile clitoris?
I am wondering that, yeah.
Wait,
So some evolutionists have theorized that masculinization of female sexual organs on hyenas was evolutionary helpful for female hyenas because they feed in a very competitive environment, and I guess having like a bigger penis clitoris is better for competition. So this is not a great argument.
Wait, to like whack them with?
No,
just
I
to,
think it's like you
like,
show
show
off
off.
your sexual
Oh,
and
okay.
therefore of general prowess.
You know,
Not so
I'm
much
thinking about this.
whacking.
That's immediately what I think. I'm like, okay, this is definitely
Sure
gonna
they
be
have
like
that kind of control.
like a defense mechanism.
I'm like whacking you off with like my vulture captured for prey.
Yeah.
The better argument is that because female spotted hyenas have such a long reproductive tract, if a female has mated with a male that she's like really not that into, she can just pee out his sperm, and she'll like pee out his sperm before it has time to
Yes,
reach
queen.
the vagina.
Wait, that's awesome.
So it's kind of like sexual selection to
A
help
it's like
baddie, if
choice.
you
girls
will.
choose.
Choice.
The girls,
The
the girl
girls.
hyenas choose better
Yes.
boyfriends
Okay.
to anthropomorphize. So that's the hyena. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm really enjoying that last fact. Like, yes, girl, your body, your choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, we need more of that.
Just like it's a lot to think about. Like you have a 7-inch clitoris, you're getting penetrated by like a 9-inch hyena penis, and then you're like, I don't like that one so much, and I'm gonna pee out the sperm. That's just a lot to think about.
That is, yeah.
You know, I appreciate that a lot more than I think I thought I would coming into this. Like, I thought, you know, like some bird dances would maybe come up.
Those were too boring. No birds here.
Okay, but this made me reflect about how much I want to be a female spotted hyena now. And I think now...
Oh my god, I think I really don't want to be that.
I'm just scared about
Like birth
all of it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait, that's
my
actually...
God.
Never mind, I don't want to be a female spotted hyena. I don't want to give birth like that.
Well, you might want to be our second animal,
Ooh.
which is a praying mantis. Do you guys know anything about Jazz's nodding his head?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll stay quiet. I don't want to spoil anything, but I do know.
Okay. I'm excited because you guys are so excited.
I think I might know this one too.
Do you wanna wager a bet?
Does it have something to do with the female eating the male or decapitating the male?
Wait, is that the case
or
with like
something
black
like
widows
that?
or something?
There's a few different insect species, I believe, that do that, and I can't remember if it's praying mantis, but
Yeah, you guys are totally right. It's
Okay, this is
called
all new to me.
Sexual cannibalism.
yes.
So I have two sources here, and we're gonna link all of our sources.
I love
so
this.
you can tell that I'm not making stuff up. This is from PBS, and
This
our
is
other
science.
source is from the Biological Sciences Journal from 2015.
Why didn't they include this in PBS Kids?
I would have been petrified.
An episode of Wildcrats, and it's this.
Oh my god, I saw them live.
No way, that's awesome.
So the gist of this is that female praying mantises often eat the heads of male praying mantises during or after mating, which is a phenomenon called sexual cannibalism.
Wait, during?
Just wait. Approximately 25% of sexual encounters between praying mantises end in cannibalism, so a quarter of the males are not making it through.
Oh my god.
What's crazy about this is that 50% of the males that are decapitated during sex continue to finish mating. Because when you're decapitated, your inhibition leaves with your head, and they continue to mate through, like, I guess, instinct until they either finish or die. Which is just awesome.
Got the job started, you gotta get it done. Like,
I mean, it's a nice way to go out, I guess.
yeah, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
You're bringing life before yours ends.
Exactly.
Before you get your head eaten.
Wait,
so
so
this is very common in praying mantises because the female is so much bigger than the male, and they have these like crazy like grabby mandibles that they grab you and they snap you, and you can't get out until you die.
Wait, so what if it was like an accident? Like, oh
That's
my gosh,
awesome.
like this is kinky, like praying mantis sex. And then, oh, oops, I got your head.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because it is interesting how it happens, that it's not so much of an accident as it is a specific choice by the females, which is called the femme fatale hypothesis, which basically is that it tends to be the females that are eating the males during sex tend to be like the least attractive to the males. Because, okay, hold on, let me get my thoughts together. So basically, a female will release pheromones to attract a male to her, to mate with her. But the females that are releasing the pheromones are the females that are not super hot, they're not super sexy.
No,
they're
girl, you're
pretty-
beautiful.
They're like skinny, they haven't eaten in a while. And it requires a lot of energy for a female praying mantis to release the pheromone that draws the males to her. So she's using all of the remaining energy. She's like, she hasn't eaten in months. She's like,
girl,
starving.
oh my god,
Oh
I'm
my
worried
God.
about
The
her.
last bit of her energy to like send her like sexy pheromones into the air, which basically
I don't even know what to say.
it draws the males to her. So then not only is she getting a mate, but she's getting a free meal with the mate, and so
Yum.
therefore that'll
He's paying for it.
he's paying for dinner. It's just interesting that like the females that are in the worst condition use the most pheromones because they like need to get a mate, they need to get a meal. It's kind of a 2-for-1. And the males are just getting hoodwinked because if they smell a female signaling to them, they're probably going to get eaten as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
I would watch the movie.
Well, I actually have a picture here that you can see if you want to describe what you're seeing.
I think. Okay, so
Is
first
that
of all,
a-
the female is significantly larger than the male. I think that's the male on top.
Yeah, and I don't see a head. Personally, I don't see a head.
Okay, he does not have a head by now.
It sort of looks like somebody like photoshopped his head out of it, but I guess
It looks-
she ate it.
Yeah, it looks like
You go, queen.
he's kind of like
I'm
getting
loving
in the
these.
last couple strokes.
Yeah, he's pumping it out before he just keels over. And dies.
before he.
Yep.
Will he stay on the branch or just fall straight off the branch?
It's unclear.
Okay, probably falling off the branch then.
Yeah.
To be someone else's meal, perhaps?
Yeah. So those are the praying mantises. Females be going crazy.
Yeah, that's kinky.
It's
I mean,
kinky, it's
yeah.
awesome.
Is getting full use out of the body?
I watched a lot of videos.
I was thinking that I need to go home and like get some visuals on all these.
Okay. Now let's just move on to our third animal, which we're back to mammals. We're back to mammals. All right.
Mammals.
Let's talk about giraffes. Do you guys know anything about giraffes?
They have a purple tongue.
They have really long necks. Nothing about their sex
What that neck
practices,
do?
though.
Interestingly enough, both the neck and the tongue come into play here.
Of course.
Is that why it's
Those are
purple?
arguably two of the most important features.
No. Oh.
So my source here is the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine from 2023, just to prove that I'm not making stuff up. Jazz has something to say. Speak on it.
Aren't the tongues also purple because it like helps them eat spiny trees or something? Like they have like weird long purple tongues. I don't know.
They are.
I
really,
think this-
like,
I think
long.
I
this is
feel like I've
Wild
heard that
Kratts
before
thing.
somewhere.
It might be wild
Shout out
Kratts
Wild
thing.
Kratts, honestly.
Honestly,
Sponsored by Wild.
Kinky Wild Kratts.
I don't know why the tongues are purple. Didn't get into that.
I think that does make sense. Do you want to look it up real quick? Yep. Jazz is gonna look that up. He's gonna look that up in the back while we're working on this. Let's get back into it.
Let's get back into it. Okay, so basically, giraffes don't have a breeding season. They don't go into heat. They don't have mating calls. So there's a question: how do giraffes know how to mate? There's like no natural signals. The girls aren't putting out. Like we don't know when. Okay, maybe.
Okay, let's.
They're just going on straight vibes. It's
Just like they
no
just
plan.
Gonna,
They're just
gonna
going
pop
in.
out. Okay.
So yeah, so they're basically going on vibes. Like they don't know when they're about to fuck. They don't know when they're mating. So how do giraffes know when to mate? It all has to do
Giraffe
with
hookup
pee.
culture.
Yeah, it's giraffe hookup culture. It's all about piss kinks.
Yes.
That part of their brain where it
really
just like
exciting.
immediately starts going and lights up.
Yeah, the pee part of the giraffe brain is really close to the reproductive part of the giraffe brain. I actually don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that.
Perhaps not.
There's no source
Perhaps
for
it is. We don't know.
So how this works is it all has to do with pee. And what is going to happen is there's this guy, and he's a giraffe. And he's
Tell me
really
more.
into this girl, and he nudges her, and he sniffs her vagina. He's sniffing it, he's making sure it's all good, and if he likes what he's getting, he is going to bend his neck down, not all the way down, but down underneath her legs.
I feel like that's all the way down though. Like they have to go a long way.
I know, but like
Their
6
bodies
foot
are
long
Oh,
the
that's true.
legs and like their torso are.
I
are
was
its own
initially
thing.
just imagining like little like maybe like
hot dog vibes.
yes like those wiener dogs.
Yeah.
Like long ass neck and maybe like 2 foot legs.
No, they're long. They're long legs. So the male puts his mouth underneath the female's genitalia, at which point the female opens her legs and pees for upwards of 5 seconds while the male catches her urine in his mouth.
Wait, awesome.
He then inhales the scent of her piss. He keeps his mouth open because he doesn't want to swallow it. He's just like trying to get the scent of it, and he's like,
He's trying to pick up on the
Yeah.
pheromones and be like, is this
so he carries the female's scent from her urine and her pheromones from his oral cavity in his mouth to his brain, which is a process called phlegmen, which is spelled Flehhmen. And that's the tasting and the smelling, the urine part.
So it's like a wine tasting.
So he swallows it.
He doesn't swallow, he's just sniffing it. Although the research did not say whether
He
spit it
spits.
out or not. We don't know whether he spits or swallows.
We're not sure where it went.
Okay, so this is like wine tasting, but
It's wine tasting, but you're just like seeing if like
It's a sample.
if she's got what you need.
okay, wait. So why is okay? I mean, like I'm asking like why is she consenting this, but also like if you have someone.
I don't know if they have a choice.
I mean, yeah, if you're like, okay, I can't reenact this with my hands. If you're like, if you have someone's head directly between your legs and you're a giraffe, do you have the option to not pee?
She could probably walk away.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think she doesn't have to pee. I think she probably knows.
Okay.
Like,
I
okay,
feel
I'm,
like
try-
if
I'm
you
trying to get
to the piss
mated.
Stage,
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Listen,
is there?
once you're at the piss stage, it's
You're
time.
pretty much
It's
locked
time.
in.
The crazy part for me is though, once he has smelled the pee and inhaled her pheromones, he can decide if she's a good mate for him. Which I'm just like, damn, like imagine someone like catches your pee in their mouth and they're like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, literally imagine like pee in your mouth and then you spit it out.
Saying pass after that would be
Crazy.
so
You would have
awkward.
to fuck after that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're in a zoo and you're like with your like 5-year-old kid and watching this. I just think that would probably be like, and they're like, Mommy, why is this giraffe pissing in this other giraffe's mouth?
Love each other very much.
Like, I don't know what I would say. These giraffes might love each other, or this giraffe might be rejecting this other giraffe based on the fact that the scent is not enough for him.
Yeah.
Imagine you're like a male giraffe and you have to go and you like the first 3 girls. You're like, none of their pisses. None of it.
What if you want a dude's piss?
Right. What if you go to like you have to go to like 4 different like I don't know how many like a bunch of female giraffes. You have to taste a bunch of piss. If you don't,
That's so
if you don't find the
true.
one immediately, you have to keep going through.
This is true.
Yeah.
It must be hard to be a giraffe. It must be hard.
But also probably lit.
You're so tall.
So tough.
Legs for days.
An interesting part about this is that other animals do smell pee of like their potential mates. Like you think like horses smell each other's pee, and like cats will do that, and like dogs smell each other's butts. But giraffes are the only ones that catch their pee in their mouth, which is because their heads and their necks are so long that if they smell the pee on the ground, their necks won't reach and it'll hurt their necks. So they kind of have to catch the pee in their mouth, and it hurts their little necks.
Love it.
So that was interesting.
That is interesting. That makes sense. I could see that.
I'm so glad.
I could see that.
I don't want to see that. I feel like I don't want to
Don't
see
look it
that.
up.
I kind of do want to see, actually.
I definitely want to see. I'm really curious.
It's like exactly what you think would happen.
Wait, I thought it would be more. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a strong stream.
That is a strong.
I thought it would be
stream.
more like
just-
directly
he's getting
under,
right in
like
there.
directly in the legs. But that's like
Like behind.
the stream goes behind, like where the tail is. I'm giving you a visual.
That's really awesome.
Okay,
And
so the
giraffes are just
stream-
so beautiful.
The stream goes like backwards. So if you were standing behind a giraffe's legs, like you would get hit by the stream. For context.
Yeah.
It's kind of a defense mechanism if you think about it. All right, we'll move on to our 4th and penultimate animal, which we have reached the marine section of this episode. We're talking about anglerfish, and our sources are the Yale Institute for Biospheric Studies in an article from 2024 and the Natural History Museum of the UK. Do you guys know anything about anglerfish and their reproduction? All right, great.
No.
I've stumped all of you. So anglerfish are those like creepy looking fish with the giant teeth that are like they're like kind of the bad guys in Nemo, but they're like not Bruce, you know?
It's
Are they
the one with
ones
the
that have
light.
the little
They've got
light
the
bulbs.
light. They've got the
Okay,
light
that's
bulbs.
I thought it
that's
was
what I
that
know
one.
about them is
Yeah.
that they have the light bulbs.
So they use this bioluminescent light bulb thing on their head to attract prey and also mates. And the way that they mate is through something called sexual parasitism. So the female anglerfish are, say it with me folks, way bigger than their male
Yes.
counterparts.
Ooh.
And so these female anglerfish are like 6 to 7 times larger than their males. And so the males will attach to their much larger female counterparts, and then there's 2 courses of action from there, depending on the specific species of anglerfish. Number 1, a little itty-bitty tiny male could bite the female, mate, and then release once the process of mating is complete. Option number 2, which is the more interesting option, is that the male permanently fuses to the female in sexual parasitism. Over time, the male's head will dissolve into the female, and their circulatory systems will completely fuse. And so basically, the anglerfish becomes a hermaphrodite because there is a permanent sperm-producing sexual organ on the fish, as well as the egg-producing part of the anglerfish. So it just becomes a total hermaphrodite.
That's wild.
Even crazier is that so both parties are benefiting. The males benefit. They don't need their eyes, so they lose the ability to see, and they rely completely on the female host for nutrition and circulatory needs. And the females benefit because the males, which there can be up to 6 or 7 or 8 males, parasitically attached to one female.
Whoa.
So
And
these
the
are like
males-
barnacles.
Yeah, I guess. The males supply a constant supply of sperm, so the females can produce fertile eggs for the rest of her life. So it's
Interesting.
parasitism, but they're also kind of all getting off.
Wait, that's kind of gorgeous.
Really
Wait,
cool.
They're like a family of it's just like a couple, and they're like codependent a little bit.
Like a
and
polyamorous
we love
couple.
it. Yeah.
Poly.
Yeah, it's so true. You get like 7 or 8 of them in there.
Okay, wait. So males can only have sex once, and they're just gonna be attached onto one chick once.
Yeah, or depending on the species, I guess there's a couple subspecies of anglerfish.
Maybe they can like Velcro on, Velcro off.
Yeah, they like bite the female to like attach on and then release once they've spermed.
Got it.
There's an interesting application to human health as well, because when females are, I guess that's not a word, when females get parasites on them, like when the males attach to the females, they're technically parasites. But the females don't reject the males, which is an interesting application to medicine because we could learn from anglerfish in terms of like skin grafts and organ transplants. So like if I need to get a kidney transplant, we can learn from anglerfish about like how, if I need a kidney transplant,
Interesting.
maybe the anglerfish can show me how to not reject my
The
potential
organ or graft
Yeah.
or whatever that I'm getting. That's so cool.
Wait, I would love to read papers about that. And like
You should. It's
that would
really
be
interesting.
something.
Yeah. So those are the anglerfish.
Dude, I love
Wait, I'm
science.
gonna really be thinking about this one. Is there a visual for this? I'm gonna need to look. Okay,
Sorry.
good.
Okay.
I gotta
But
know
also,
what it
they
looks
just
like.
look so crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking
It
about
does-
there's
it,
like a
change
giant.
the shape of the fish as it
So it's, like, blobbish.
That's what I'm picturing. Like as the parasites attach.
Oh my god, the female anglerfish
Oh my
in
god, the
comparison
male
are
is just like
so
sitting
big.
under there.
The males are so small.
Wow.
So there's
my
in this
God.
picture that we're looking at, there's 3 males attached to one female, and they're just so freaking tiny. They're just tiny.
They're little
Wait,
like
that's
babies in
wild.
comparison.
Yeah, it's cool. But
Wait,
also
she's
like
so
horrifying
mother.
looking animals.
Yeah, they are. They are kind of scary.
Are they
to
deep
look at.
sea?
They're
Yeah.
deep sea, which is also like of course. these
So that
fish are
makes
gonna be
sense,
found in the
yeah.
ocean
Yeah.
where nothing else lives.
Okay, honestly, I think that's just like that's just amazing.
It's cool.
And no rejection at all is. I mean, probably there's some rejection probably, but that is amazing.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't really want to reject though because like the males need to reproduce and the females also need to reproduce.
It sounds like a win-win.
Yeah. What you got, Jazz?
I have another sea creature sex fun fact. It's not
Please.
about the anglerfish. Barnacles have like the longest penis to body length. It's like 8 times the length of their body or something.
What?
They have like a weird little, it sticks out and it goes to other barnacles.
That was a notable or an honorable mention that did not make it into this episode. But
Oh
I'm so glad we
my
thought of
God.
it.
I had to
That's
share. I
awesome.
had to share.
Wait, okay, so like when they're like on like boats and stuff, they could just like go like tag, you're it. Oh
Dang.
my god.
I don't know how big barnacles are, so
They're like
I know. I'm trying to picture it.
if you
I can pull up a
like have
picture
the
of
tip of
barnacle.
your finger,
What?
they're like not they're like they're like
think I
half
do.
the size of the tip of your finger.
It's like a clam.
No, they're
way
pretty
smaller
they're
than
pretty
a
damn
clam.
small. Like half the tip of your
Can't
finger,
see it.
tip
I'm
of
doing
your
an
finger.
interpretive dance right now to try and figure out what a barnacle is.
There's a
But
barnacle
it's
on
not
it.
working. Wait, let me
Yeah, it's like
Which part?
that big.
The little guys.
They're pretty small.
Oh,
The little guy's on
even
the
if they have
shell.
a penis that's 8 times the size of your
It's
body,
still a pretty small
really big.
penis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
little
starting
penis,
point
'cause
is
it, like,
But like the ratio of it is like
sticks out.
Dude,
It
the
sticks
ratio
out and it
here.
goes to other barnacles on like a rock or something.
and you could definitely like slap like your neighbor barnacle because it's like whatcha?
Elizabeth,
Slapping him with my 8 times my body length penis.
Exactly.
You know, maybe I'm just really thinking about how can you slap everyone with your giant clitoris. Like I'm thinking about self-defense here. I'm thinking about okay, what if you just want to give someone a wake-up call? What if
you should ask a barnacle.
And pee in their mouth.
What's
Wait,
the
oh,
SpongeBob
penis.
character that's a barnacle?
oh
That's crazy. We're looking at this. Yeah, can you send me soon?
okay wait we
That
need
is
to like
insane. We're looking at this photo. It is genuinely so long
at the photo and it just
compared to the rest
captioned all penis. Like
Oh, that's just great. That's good stuff.
of it. That is awesome.
I think these photos will all have to be shared.
Certainly. Okay, we have our 5th and final animal. And I really don't know how to say this word.
Wait, I want more.
Well, I have some honorable mentions.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Perfect.
Our 5th and final animal is our 3rd mammal, and they're bonobo or bonobos.
Bonobo.
I think it's bonobo.
Bonobos.
Yeah.
I remember hearing it on some like animal show.
Okay, probably wildcats.
That or like
Shout out
a
Wildcats,
David
sponsor of
Attenborough
this
thing.
episode.
Yeah.
Because
So-
I love David Attenborough.
So I saved the most interesting for last. These are like kind of the most similar to humans, I would
Most
say.
interesting?
Most interesting, most similar to humans, but in like a really fascinating way. So I have 2 sources, which is an article from the Scientific American Journal in 2006 and an article from 2019 from the Hormones and Behavior magazine. So bonobos are a type of monkey that are a subspecies of the chimpanzee, and there's a lot of information here, so I'm going to try and make this concise. Bonobos exist in a female-centered and completely egalitarian society. So the females are like ruling the society. All of the monkeys are like equal.
We
I
need
love
that.
animals like that. I love when that happens.
We
Like, see, guys, it
need
works.
that.
They're fascinating.
Sign me up.
Literally, make us bonobos. But the interesting part about bonobo sex is that it isn't explicitly for the purpose of reproduction like it is for many other animals and most other species of primates like chimpanzees and monkeys. So bonobos participate in sexual activities as an expression of social relations. So they express their happiness, their frustration, their silliness, their play.
Angry
in the form
sex.
of sex. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So sex isn't just for reproduction. They only have babies once every 5 or 6 years. So they're just having sex for fun. They're not doing it to have babies like other animals. They are getting off.
Hell yeah. And for whatever reason they can find, clearly.
For literally whatever reason they're getting off.
Graduation?
Time to fuck.
Yes.
Bonobos are also not to prescribe a human thing onto animals. They're not heterosexual monkeys, so to speak. They're having sex in every combination of monkey. They're doing male-male, they're doing male-female, they're doing female-female. They're having threesomes. These are gay polyamorous monkeys.
As they should.
Yeah.
They're really interesting. They are very, very sexual. They become sexually aroused very easily at a near human-like speed, according to the journal. They also, about a third of the time that bonobos are having sex, they do it face-to-face. So they're not doing, like, I guess monkey style in this situation. Like, most animals have sex, doggy. I feel weird calling it doggy.
Yeah.
Animals.
Like from the back? From the back.
Like, yeah, like most animals are hitting it from the back.
Back shots.
Most animals
No
are
back
getting
shots.
Bonobos are getting really intimate. They're doing it
I was gonna say
face-to-face.
that's like kind of beautifully intimate. Like there's a real like and especially if it's like emotionally driven. Like
what if
oh,
it's,
I'm
like,
so
angry
happy
sex?
and now let's look at each other. That's also intimate. Like
33% of the
deep
time.
emotion and then like the eye contact. Wow. Wow. And for pleasure too. Like
It's
wow.
amazing.
Wow.
Both male and female bonobos can achieve physiological orgasm.
Yes.
Which is awesome. And in this article from 2006, they describe the type of sex that female monkeys have and that male monkeys have. One quote about female-female bonobo sex is, quote, one female facing another clings with arms and legs to a partner that, standing on both hands and feet, lifts her off the ground. Then the two females then rub their genital swellings laterally together, emitting grins and squeals that probably reflect orgasmic experiences, end quote. They're like grinding.
Yeah. Wait. Good
How
for
is that
them.
different from what humans?
And they're like really getting into it.
Lifting you up?
Bonobo dry humping.
It's all dry humping.
And then male on male bonobo sex has been described as there's two options.
Okay, that has to be
wait,
behind
sex.
the from the back. No.
Once again, there's
Their
two
butts are
options.
kind of curved.
So you could do missionary, maybe.
Not that I know a lot about.
You could like
Cut that out.
Ella
I've seen a
watches
lot of
bonobo
monkey
sex.
butts.
It seems.
So there's two options for male on male sex. Option one being from the back. One monkey rubs his scrotum against the butt cheeks of another monkey.
Wait, so there's no penetration, just
There's no
rubbing.
penetration.
Oh.
There's like no penetration in non-heterosexual monkey sex. I feel really weird calling it heterosexual. You're just like prescribing something human onto them.
Non-reproductive.
Yeah, I guess. And okay, so option two for male on male sex
I don't know
is
if that makes
that
sense.
the monkeys will hang from branches and rub their erect penises against each other.
That's sick.
I love it.
Which is really
Listen,
cool.
use your skills to your advantage. Like,
I mean, isn't that like equivalent to sword fighting?
I mean, if you're using sex to express your anger, then hypothetically.
it could be.
Yeah.
That would probably be the best like anger management therapy you could ever get.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
To transition to one final piece of information, when we're talking about female bonobo sex, it's much more, according to an article from 2019, it's much more emotional than when females have sex with males. We can tell this because females increase their level of oxytocin, which is the happy hormone, following sex with other females, does not increase after they have sex with males.
Fork found in kitchen. Surprising to me.
Yeah. And then
Did they have electrodes hooked up to these monkeys?
they tested their
while
urine. I was also
Okay.
curious.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So females are like so jazzed after they're like fucking other female bonobos, but after they fuck their man, they're like, no,
Like, it's fine.
like that was fine. I'm not like super happy about it.
So they're just kind of chilling there. They're just like, oh, he got off. I'm probably just chilling.
Yeah. In addition to that, female bonobos that had sex with other female bonobos had way more sex than females that had sex with males, and those, I'm just going to call them lesbian bonobos, were much more likely to remain within close proximity of their sexual partner if that partner was female after having sex. So basically, lesbian bonobos are bonding a lot and having a lot more sex than heterosexual bonobos. They're just kind of like, yeah, we're here to fuck for reproductive purposes.
Yeah.
But they're doing it for fun.
So it's not like bonobo situationship. It's like we're in love, we're getting married, we're getting a U-Haul and like driving up to Connecticut type of love.
Not Connecticut.
Yeah, it's
It just sounds like it's more intimate and more like emotionally charged in a way that
Honestly, that
works for them.
I love that.
Evolutionists think that bonobos are particularly lesbian because it increased cooperation outside of kinship and immediate relatives in the bonobo community. And as we heard, bonobos are a female-centered and egalitarian society. So relationships between females outside of immediate family bonds were really important.
It also just seems like they're happier like that.
They certainly are.
Hey, everybody's getting off,
So
so.
those were the 5 animals that I chose to describe. There were some honorable mentions of things that we didn't include. One of them being, I've seen this everywhere about how like penguins will find the prettiest pebbles for each other.
Oh, yes.
And bring them to each other to be like, will you be my girlfriend?
That's so
You
cute.
have such a pretty, I'm going to give you a pretty rock. Will you bring my girlfriend? So I looked that up, and there are actually 0 scientific articles.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
About that, which I was
sad.
really bummed
Where did
about.
that myth come from? That's crazy.
Probably social media.
Yeah, I
Someone
don't know
was
why
just
I
like,
did that.
I want my boyfriend to give me this rock. So then they said that.
Yeah, maybe. So penguins and the little pebble thing, not true. Sorry to burst your bubbles. And
That
then
did
second
a
honorable
little bit.
mention is the classic seahorses. Males carry the eggs for the females, which is cute.
We love it.
And
That is
awesome, but we already knew that.
We love
already.
that.
So yeah, we'll link all of our sources in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed. and
Please
learned.
check them out.
Yeah, check them out. Maybe we'll link some pictures as well. And you know, check.
Yeah. Let
check
us
my
know your
information.
thoughts.
Let me know
Or if you
you're
know about
interested.
any other freaky animal sex practices.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
So true.
We would love to know more.
Yeah. Anyway, so check us out at Tufts SHR on Instagram and come to our events and listen to more of Sexy Sips. And in the meantime, stay safe and
Stay sexy.
Sexy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.